What's good, YouTube? NeoNexudus here, bringing you my Fire King deck profile update. This is the deck that took me second place at locals. Once again, it was a relatively small locals. My locals ain't massive, but hey ho, you know, second place is still second place. So I'm playing double Gorinix, triple Yaksha, triple Barong, one baby Gorinix, one Wolfbark, one bear, one gorilla, one fire dog, one blaster. Pretty much the same monster lineup as always. Although, you know, obviously I'm not running the whole Flamevell engine anymore. I'm just running the one teched Flamevell fire dog. Moving on to these spells. We have triple Onslaught of the Vikings, triple Circle of the Vikings, triple Tenki, double Soul Charge, double Lance, and triple MST with one Rekindling and one Dark Hole. Now, I've been thinking about potentially dropping Soul Charge altogether, or maybe just having the one copy in the deck, because to be honest with you, it didn't really come in that handy. I mean, I used it like once, most of the time I set it as a bluff. It got me a win in time, if you'll believe it. But, you know, and I usually side one to two, if not both of them out every game to like put in my side card. So I don't know. What do you guys think about Soul Charge and Vikings? Let me know. Onto traps. Obviously, we've got the 2 chains. Could potentially be going up to 3. Because Phoenix Chain was just so good. And when I didn't open with a Phoenix Chain, I was just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get annihilated. Phoenix Chain helped me out so much versus Bujin. A combination of Phoenix Chains and onslaughting into a Gorinix, charging into that Yamato, then dropping the crane, getting Gorinix effect, and then charging into the Yamato again. We've got 2 Mirror Forces. Mirror Force, I like it, but once again, there's not a whole lot of Swarm decks in the format. So maybe it could become 2D Prison. I'm still deliberating on that. What do you guys think? Because obviously, D-Prison deals with things like the hands, and things like Lind, and things like... I mean, this build is generally for locals. Because I can't travel around a lot to the big events because of financial issues. You know, I'm not employed. You know, I'm on job seekers, so I don't have that much money to myself. But I'd like to travel to, you know, nearby events and try different locals nearer to me. So I'd like to vary up the deck a little bit, but, you know, it seems to work. But if you guys come up with any suggestions on what could be better, I'm all ears. Then we obviously got the Bottomless, Torrential, Pulse, and Warning. Traps really haven't changed that much. Moving on to the extra deck now. We have 2 Tiger King. 1 Heartland Drago. Heartland Drago is just so good. It actually won me a game versus Bujins. I was staring down a Susanoo and another Exceed. I was like, crap. If I try and, you know, do anything, try and attack into those Susanoo or the other thing, he might have a response. But if I go Heartland Drago, I can game him, and he can't attack while I've got a Tenki face up. So I was sitting on 10 keys, and I was like, right, fuck it, go Heartland Drago, get that direct 2k damage. It does a lot. Ragnar Zero for, you know, stuff. Paploptive, Black Ship, Arc, Wolf, ×2. To be honest, I never even make half the cards in the extra deck. Level Chain, the Augusta Emerald, my Stroke because it's much better than yours, Abyss Dweller, or should that be a Beast Dweller, Gunman, or should I say Cowboy in the TCG, and Crazy Box because it's so outrageous it's crazy. And when I side in my skill drains, this card is a very nice 3k beat stick to your face. So yeah. Side. The side's changed quite a bit. Well, a little bit, if you like. I'm running 2 DD Crow. I thought this would help out a lot. In actuality, I hardly ever wanted to side it in. I only side them in against Madolche. Purely for the whole Angeli tribute, go Hoot Cake. If you DD Crow the Angeli and they don't have any other monsters in grave, you know, they can't use Hoot Cake to go off. That was my theory behind it. But, you know, it ends up just being a neg 1. It slowed down the game state, but without a strong counter-offensive. DD Crow's kind of lackluster. Skullmeister is probably a lot better, but it wouldn't really do anything against that Madolche matchup. Effect Veiler was good. I quite liked Effect Veiler today. You know, it does stuff. Effect Negation is good, also I hear. Maxi, it's so funny. When I side in Maxis, I usually also side in my Effect Veiler, so I have something decent to Maxi into, like when they're going for game. Most commonly, I've been doing it against Adam Chung at our local tournaments. He runs 3.5 Axis Fire Fist, and everyone knows they can go off. So Effect Veiler and Maxi are really good side-ins against them because Maxi gives you pluses and Veiler stops their plays. But, you know, when they start going off and you're drawing in the Maxi and they're going to game you, and it's like going to make that arc, going to make that horse apprentice like drop Veiler. Thanks, you've given me plus, say, 2, and allow me to draw into my Veiler, which I've now dropped on your ass, stopping you midstream. So, yeah, I quite like siding in the combo of Maxi and Veiler. We got the one Ferret still. He's pretty good. I haven't been able to use him recently, but he's good in theory. So, I was running 2 Nominal Cross out because of, you know, hands and Gear and just face down monsters, really. You know, it just gets rid of them. It's a 1 card out. Obviously, if you play something like Shield Crush, it destroys a monster. So if it's a hand, they get their effect. And you don't want that. So Nova Crossout's good. Plus, if anyone was going to play Light Swan, you do this on a Raikou. You banish all copies of Raikou in the deck. So it's pretty cool. And, you know, if you want to know more about Novaman, go see my sort of side deck thoughts video that I uploaded like last week because there's no tournament on. Double skill drain because it's alright. You know, effect negation's good, but to be honest with you, I always seem to have skill drain and nothing to back it up with. It seems like I get all the side deck cards or none of them. Sod's law, I suppose. I was playing 1 Light Mirror because, well, I mainly put in Light Mirror against Bujin. And there was like 1 player that I usually always go against playing Bujin, but now he's playing Madolche. So I thought, I'll keep it in there just in case for anyone running a light-based deck. But I don't need to heavily focus on Bujin. But I did go against Bujins, but it was against someone different this time. So I was like, I could have probably done with the second, but I may do without. It's just like 2 skill drain, 1 Light Mirror, you know. 1 Shadow Mirror because just in case of Dark Worlds, Evil Swarm, etc. Didn't face any dark based decks, so didn't side it in. And then double debunk because it hurts Crane, it hurts DD Crow, it hurts all sorts of hand and grave shenanigans. So yeah, this video has been like 10 minutes, a bit too long almost. That's my deck list, guys. Tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe, and yeah, NeoNexudus signing up. Peace.